Hi, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be talking about being single and childless and like versus being in a couple and being a parent. Um, so I just wanted to, there's a lot of discussion I think about being single. Like, what do you like more, being single or being in a couple? And you can definitely leave your comments below what you prefer. Uh, but I have to say that I actually like both. I do really enjoy being single when I am single, and I enjoy being in a couple as long as it's a healthy relationship, obviously, when I'm in a couple. And I'm currently in a great relationship with my child's father. And we're like a little family, and I'm really enjoying this time that we have together. But I have to say too that I also really enjoyed being single at that moment, at those moments when I was. So, I mean, I really was thinking about it the other day and sort of what it is to be either or. Definitely being single has your freedom. You can go and come as you please. You can, let's say design your home the way you want it. If you wanted to go on a crazy vacation or you want to go on a bender, you could do that. There's a lot of freedom there, obviously, and you don't really have to think about anyone else. You're selfish, and that doesn't matter because you're by yourself anyway. So why not be selfish? Yeah, so I mean, also obviously things like finances, like you get to spend money wherever you want, and it is mostly, or it should be mostly on yourself. Savings is for you. You can take risks. If you want to try a new business venture or whatever, you don't really have to think about your family. You just have to think about, obviously you need to cover your own ass, but that's really all you have to worry about, which is great, right? And then what else? I'd like the first dates and that kind of thing when you're first meeting someone is nice. I think those are kind of sweet moments when you're first getting to know someone, right? And then also like the crappy moments when you have a breakup. And for me, I would always, after every breakup, I would binge watch Sex in the City. I definitely recommend that to people if they are going through a breakup. I don't know what it is about that show, but it makes me feel good about being single again, and then it always would pick me back up, which was great. So there are obviously good like pros and cons to each thing, and then obviously being in a relationship now is very different from being single. So I live with someone. I can't design my home the way that I only want. Obviously, I have to think about what the other person likes. So that's been a little tricky for me. My partner has great taste, as do I. I think I do. But it takes us a little while to decide on something, which is totally fine. But obviously, when you're single, you can just do it however you want, and that's it. Yeah. Also, being in a couple and being a parent has really changed my life. I'm constantly thinking about what my partner and child need at all times, and it's only been a month of having a baby, but I'm definitely always thinking about what they need or want or whatever. Definitely, my schedule is worked around both of them. Whereas obviously, when you're single, your schedule is just whatever you want to do, sort of willy nilly. Yeah, so I mean, what else? What's great about being in a couple too is that you always have someone to come home to, and there's always someone to talk to, and you have a best friend that's there 24/7, and that's really nice. It's great to have that support system. Definitely, when I was single, I didn't have. I have great friends, and my family is there, you know, can be there for me at times, but it's been really nice to have a support system at all times, and I think that's been really nice for him as well. um, I mean, yeah, and then just, sort of like they're like my crew now, which is kind of nice. I think before, when I was single, actually, I had two dogs, so they were kind of like my crew. I had a female Pomeranian and a male Pomeranian, and who passed away 2 years ago. Um, but they were sort of like my crew. So now this is my new crew, but they're human. A little bit different than two dogs, but definitely awesome. Yeah, so I mean, it has been great being in a couple, as I said, and I have to say it was great too being single. I've had a great single run. My book obviously is about being single and the crazy times that I had during that time, and there was a lot of highs and then there was a lot of lows, and I think that's normal with you know any time in your life, being single or in a couple. Um, Definitely being in a couple, I feel like you do have to work at it, and it's not as easy being single. Being single, you can do whatever you want, and that's what I sort of did for a long time, and not really, if I didn't like something, I would just, sort of get rid of them. And when I'm in a couple now, I have to really think about, our future, and I don't want to do this anymore, and just, fuck off, basically. It's not like that anymore. And it's kind of nice to have that challenge, and not challenge, but like have that pull, something that keeps you there. And it's really nice. Yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to talk about sort of the two differences, and in the book, obviously, I talk a lot about just being single and me trying to find the one, and is this the one? And I focus on one gentleman, who in the book is called Big E, and I think this guy's the one, and then my whole experience with these people over the years, and me thinking, for a long time that he was the one, and realizing later that, well, I mean, you'll find out, if he ends up being the one. Maybe it's the person that I'm dating now. Definitely the person I feel like that I'm dating now is the person that I want to stay with for the rest of my life. So, maybe, I don't want to spoil the book, but, that could be the same person. But yeah, so the book is really just a very strong look at being single, and I think now is a huge difference, like from where I came from then and now, and being a parent and a partner, and enjoying that aspect of life, because it's very new to me, and I'm enjoying it. I have to say, I really am. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Obviously, we have something going on every Monday, so definitely check us out. I do, as I've said before, want to get this published this year, and I hope that it happens. I'm going to work really hard to do so. And as I'm off on mat leave, I have a year and a half to do so, as well as Simon's off work as well, and to focus on writing. So I really hope that we can get it together, and finish it and get it published this year. So stay tuned for our articles, our blogs. Scroll down and check out our dating stories, or my dating stories. They are hilarious. I have to say, I've had the weirdest dating life. One of my old friends used to say that he loved listening to my dating stories, and when I would get into a relationship, he'd say, "Oh, I'm gonna miss your weird, your weird ass dating stories." So yeah, definitely check those out. I've had some experiences, and I've definitely taken a lot of risks. So yeah, check that out. Thanks again, as I said, for tuning in, and you have a lovely day. And if you are like me, enjoy the snow day because it is insane out there right now. Okay, take care.